gone through a lot of injuries and things like you have. Do you share any kinship with Travis and Chucky? Do you think about?
Look, as someone who's gone through injuries and had to deal with things like that, my heart goes out to him, right? I certainly wouldn't wish that upon anybody, but I wish them success, and hope that they've been able to recover well and can have a good senior season.
Do you ever think about the possibility of putting 4 or 5 receivers in the same set that are all between 6'4" and 6'6"?
Yeah, for sure. I look at our receiver, or I go meet with our receivers, and I look across the board, and we have some great receivers. Not only because of their size, but when you have guys that big but can move as well as they do, the opportunities are really endless in what we can do as an offense and throwing the ball specifically.
Not to discredit smaller guys at all, but when you see like a guy like Moroni or Josh come in, and they look kind of right at home already. They're doing well, I think, for young guys.
Yeah, Moroni's done extremely well. Moroni's been repping with the ones, rotating in with us, and he hasn't missed a beat. So Josh is another guy, as you mentioned, that's been making plays. Hasn't rotated in with us yet, but if he continues to play the way that he does, I'm sure he'll get in there soon. So,
Taysom, what was it like in the room when you guys found out that you weren't going to have Jamaal this year?
So I actually found out when we were on break right before fall camp. I was super bummed, and certainly loved playing with Jamaal, but more than anything, just him as a person, making sure that he has everything taken care of and everything. And so my heart goes out to him, and as does the team. But from a team standpoint, we're moving forward, right? And we have a lot of opportunities this year. Certainly wish he could be with us, but we'll do the best that we can without him.
Do things tweak, or do you plug in and keep going with the same thing, with the same everything?
Yeah, we just plug in and we keep going. One thing, losing Jamaal that way kind of hinders us a little bit depth-wise, but Algie and Adam and Nate Carter, those dudes have stepped up, and they're very capable backs. So we'll be very capable of running the football with those guys, and we'll be able to do what we were originally planning to do.
As a team leader, what's the impact of a significant injury like the neck injury Corby Jorgensen suffered yesterday?
Look, I think as a football player, that these things happen. We certainly wouldn't wish them upon anybody, and we were all really bummed to see Colby go down that way, and we'll certainly send our best wishes and do everything we can to help him that way. But again, we have a season to prepare for, so we're continuing to move forward and look to the future in September 5th.
Have you noticed anything different about Bronco's demeanor or kind of approach this season as opposed to the past season?
Yeah, I mean, look, Bronco's Bronco. I think he's done in terms of how he coaches, it's very similar. It's a style that we've all been used to. The one major difference that I've been able to notice is he's giving more to us as players, right, as us as leaders of the team, to let us kind of do what we think is best. Let us run drills and put ourselves through different things. And it's really been great to show us that he trusts us from a leadership standpoint, and that's been the major difference this year.
That deal yesterday with the discipline, does that seem like a new Bronco at all?
No, that is not a new coach. So we're used to that.
What areas of your game are you trying to use this fall camp to improve on?
Yeah, look, anything from a quarterback standpoint, maybe I shouldn't speak for everybody, but as long as I'm playing quarterback, my mindset will be making great decisions and getting the ball out on time. If you can make the decisions and get the ball out on time, then you're going to be really successful. So those are things that I continue to work on. And if I'm making the right decisions and doing those things, defense can do whatever they want. They can blitz, they can drop eight. It doesn't matter. But whatever they do, they will be wrong. So.
Once a week into camp, what are you seeing from the young guys behind you, the young quarterbacks?
So I think their biggest thing, right, is learning the offense and then being able to execute inside that offense. And that's been the biggest stressing point from the coaching staff, from me, with those guys underneath. And they've responded pretty well. So the coaches have put them in scenarios to be successful. They don't throw them in and call the same plays that they're calling for me, right? But they're easing them into them. They've responded well. So I expect the opportunities for them to run stuff that we're doing start to expand and see how they respond.
When you're in the room with Bo and Coy in particular, can you tell that they're sons of guys who've been in the game at the highest level?
Yeah, I think I've actually been really impressed with the way that those guys have been able to pick up the offense. I know that they've had some time to study it before they got here, but for the most part, they know it pretty well, and it's really shown as they've come out and they've repped in team reps, and it's not easy to do, to pick up this offense and to be able to run fast and as repetitive as we do, and then to execute at high level. So they've responded really well.
In what ways is Tanner a freshman, like in class? In what ways does he seem older or more mature than a freshman that way?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is knowledge from where he's at is where he is a little older than a freshman. I think it was huge for him to be here for a spring, and now that he's here, he knows the same offense, right? He's been in it before, he's had live reps in it, and that's where he seems like an older quarterback that's been around for a little longer. And then in terms of being a freshman, I would say recognizing defenses, recognizing coverages, and getting the ball out on time and based on what the defense does.
What's a memory from your freshman year that sticks with you, and how long ago does that seem?
Yeah. Well, it seems like an extremely long time ago. A specific memory, I'd probably say Boise State, coming in against Boise State, and there was a corner route that I threw to Richard Wilson. It was about a 15-yard play, and then there was a helmet-to-helmet, so another 15 yards on top of that. And it really jump-started us into being able to score on that drive, and I would say that's what sticks out to me.
What have you learned about yourself in 3+ years here?
Yeah. Say that I'm capable of doing a lot of hard things, right? I'm capable of working through difficult situations and being able to overcome trials and challenges, and it's been really big for me is I look forward in the future. I know that things are going to come up, right? And then I would say my ability to work and lead guys based on how hard I work, I would say is some of the things that stick out.
Still a couple of days away to the scrimmage on Saturday. Is that kind of, are these kind of benchmarks that you look for as far as where the team's at and those types of things, or is it just another day of work?
Yeah, I would say it's just another day. I mean, look, I don't know if it's in the stadium or not. I'm assuming it is. It's always fun to go to the stadium. I think it'll be a benchmark for younger guys to have the opportunity to be in the stadium for the first time playing in a live setting. So I'm excited to see how they respond. But it's another day of work for us, and another day to progress and get better in the way that I look at it.